think I would have to give the credit to Victor Sloan / Sylvan Strength for, in the comment section, I've been seeing this thing where he's been, because he brought up the phrase garbage personality. I love that. I love making that video. This whole concept that a lot of guys that go bald young, they turn bitter and resentful and desperate. Some of them, not all, but some of them do. And then that leads to this garbage personality, which no one wants to be around you anyway if you're so negative and toxic, right? And we can easily see that in the comment section of pretty much any video. You're going to see that. You're going to see those hair loss haters in there that refuse to turn to the light. Instead, they only want to stay in the dark side. We see that. We see how predictable people are with that. But what's interesting is this concept that Victor keeps sharing is, you could be a guy with a perfect head of hair and have a garbage personality. You're not friendly to people, you're not helping them, you don't compliment them, you're really just turned on yourself and how bad your life is. No one's gonna want to be around that guy. Compare that, and let me just really paint this picture. The guy could be 5'5", 20 years old, no hair on top, pale skin, maybe even have some acne scars. I'm just really trying to paint the picture for this story. Okay? However, let me tell you something about this guy that I'm making up right now that actually is surely a real person all across the world. This guy who's pale and short and has some acne in there and is completely bald and is only 20. The thing about him though is, no matter who he meets, he always remembers their name. People love this guy. He's just so much fun to be around. Why? Secretly because he makes other people feel good about themselves. That's his secret. Because ultimately, people will forgive a lot on the look scale for men if they know that that person makes them feel good. Why? And a lot of people don't want to accept this, especially my hair loss haters watching my videos. They don't want to accept that ultimately the way that you get people to like you is by basically catering to their own selfishness. See, we're all self-centered. I know people want to say that I'm vain and I only care about myself. I make too many videos, I'm obsessed, or I only care about making money off of people who watch my videos. People love to throw rotten tomatoes at me by saying that about me. But ultimately, I know the secret, and that's that we're all looking out for number one. We're all selfish, we're all self-centered. So if we can have a person who always makes us feel better about ourselves, naturally we're gonna want to be around that person. Just like in Snow White, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? We want people around us that make us feel good. But what if you choose to be that person? Hands down, you're gonna be the more attractive person, the person that people are actually gonna wanna be around. Who cares about the hair? They're gonna say, this guy is fun, and he's actually funny too. Have you ever heard this guy? Have you ever heard? That's what happened. People ask me, what would you have done if you would have gone bald and, you know, been in that situation when you were young? Well, I would watch my own YouTube channel, assuming that this story is not taking place in the early 2000s when I was your age. But I would watch my own YouTube channel. I would learn, I would watch mine, watch some other people's, learn from it, and think, okay, I'm just going to be a person that people want to be around because I make people feel good about themselves. I compliment other people. I'm very warm and inviting. And I turn the conversation to them, and I'm smiling every time they see me. And I'm not talking about myself unless they ask, then I'll talk about myself. So ultimately, if you are bummed out about being so young and losing so much hair at this age, can you imagine this simple concept? And this is the hardest for my hair loss haters out there. Turn the focus away from you and turn it to everybody else in the world. Make them feel better about themselves. Help them make themselves feel important and accepted and loved. That is something people have value for. But hair loss haters just heard a lie just then, didn't they? They think I'm just wasting their time and manipulating them. Because ultimately, whatever you believe about hair loss is true in your own mind, and I can never rescue you from your own lies.